We on the boat on our way to Pudding Bay. I'm gonna come back on video. This is a cave, a crystal cave. Look at these stairs. It's cold though. Would they wait? Calm down. It is kind of moist down here.
What's going on, madam?
Hello.
I'm at
Wow.
Culture.
Hey, it feels good down here.
54 year round. Nature's air conditioning.
So these are real deal.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Appreciate that.
These are real deal, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Show you right.
This is beautiful. You can go this way.
We're going to head around that way eventually. There's a crowd on in wherever there's green carpet.
Wow, this is so beautiful.
I ain't had no one stuck yet. You good? Crowd on in, guys. Get in where you can fit in, please.
The air is actually better down here. That's crazy. Right.
It is. It's like more
Fresh.
pure.
Come on in, folks. Gathering close. We're going to get real familiar here. One big happy cave family.
Get it back.
Is it back?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
No, we ain't real. He's just real fun. We still got more folks coming down the stairs. Right on, and we got more room back there as well. We're actually just trying to dig a well for the winery. On your way back up, you'll notice a grate above your head on the stairs. That would have been the original access point from the lawn down into this geode. Back then, it would have been encased entirely floor to ceiling in these crystals, just like any geode that you'd see up in the gift shop. But back then, they would have all been this beautiful iridescent blue color that you see here in some of the deeper parts of the cave. Those whites, blacks, grays, and browns that you see are from atmospheric degradation, but largely from the oils on our hands. That is why we ask you not to touch. As you can imagine, they thought they hit pay dirt when they got down here. But unfortunately for them, this cave is comprised entirely of something called strontium sulfate. Its value is mostly intrinsic. It can't really actually be cut or polished into any kind of gemstone or jewelry for the most part. It's too fragile and it starts losing that color immediately. But what they did discover when they were excavating the floor of the cave is that when it's ground down into a fine powder, it can be used as a color additive in things like road flares and fireworks to give it that bright red color. The sale of that during the Prohibition era actually did help us a bit financially. It's also incredibly dense right here behind me. This is our largest crystal in the cave. It's about 18 inches across this way, and it only goes about 10 or 12 inches into the cave. But that by itself, if it were to be removed, would weigh about 300 pounds. But you have nothing to worry about. None of these are going to slide out on you or anything like that. That's their tetradecahedrons, meaning that they have 14 sides. 10 of those you can count. The other 4 are what holds it together in this crystalline structure surrounding the limestone it's encased in. Normally a geode of this type would be about golf ball to basketball size. Our cave here is about 30 feet wide across at its widest point, and about 10 feet tall from the floor to the ceiling in here. It's one of 25 caves known of on the island. Only 2 of those are actually open to the public anymore. That's just going to be us and then Perry's Cave across the street. But we have the distinct honor of actually being housed in the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History's permanent collection. So if you're ever in DC, tell them hello and you're welcome. And now you're also going to notice some of the greens at the top of the ceiling. And if you got hit by any of those drops of water, don't worry, those are cave kisses. They're good luck. We're about 35 to 40 feet below the surface right now. So by the time it filters through all that topsoil and the limestone surrounding the geode, It comes out as clean as the water in your sink, or as Anthony likes to joke, it's crystal clear. You guys have any other questions about the cave? All right, well then we're just gonna go right around to the 42 steps he came down. It's by my friend Duck the Duck. He's gonna remind you to duck, please. Keep walking out and around.
Hey, we're almost going to the gym, damn.
Right. Shut up.
I'm going to the gym, shit. Yeah, bro, what we doing?